Hello, this is Nick Marine, and welcome to Let's Read Japanese, a course series for the reading of Japanese text alongside its audio counterpart. Alright, so the way it's going to work offside is going to be the text I'll be reading, so we'll show that right now. Alright, so usually these are subtitles from the subtitle rips, but it could also be a digital book. And then up above is going to be the audio I'll be reading. Usually these are the TV shows that subs came from, but it could also be the audiobook from audible.co.jp. Alright, cool. So I can be reading along with the text as the audio plays. The benefit immediately is I get the native pronunciation of the words in text, so that's good there. And as I'm reading along, if I can pause the audio if I need to maybe read or reread to kind of parse the what the text is trying to say. In addition to, I can repeat the audio as I see fit. Cool. Other benefit, if I come across to a word. Let's say right there. Come across the word right there. I don't know. What I can do is look it up. You can see here it's a pop-up dictionary called Yoni-chan. In this case, it's showing the Japanese definition of a word. If I can't quite parse what the Japanese definition is trying to tell me the word means, I can scroll on down, and there is a English-Japanese dictionary to use as well, which is pretty much more of a translation / thesaurus than a dictionary. But you get the idea. Cool. So I can read along this. The benefit's going to be here is like a much better comprehension of the story than what would be happening if I just try to reading just by itself based on my current level of knowledge. Okay. So now the best benefit I could say that this gives is after you do a read through like this type of reading along with the audio, but it happens to be with the TV show. The benefit's going to be if you watch the TV show again as it's meant to be watched, even with or without the Japanese subtitles, you get a much higher comprehension of the story the second time around, so it's even a lot more enjoyable than you'd find that had you just tried to watch it 2, 3, or 4, even more times without the type of lookup that I'm recommending to do. All right, so with that said, let's get on to it. All right, so now the intro. So if you enjoyed this video, remember to give it a thumbs up and like. If you like and leave a comment because feedback's appreciated. If you like the series, you'd like to see more, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel because I plan to make more of these in the future like I did in the past. This is all part of the Let's Learn Japanese project. If you like that project and what I'm doing with it and helping with the Japanese learning community, you can support the Patreon by becoming a patron. So the links are in the description below. There's also links to the Let's Learn Japanese website made by Taku Dave and the Let's Learn Japanese community Discord. Finally, if you'd like to hire me on commission, that can be done via the Patreon. The hourly rates are given. There are links to that specifically in the description below. And again, usually for commission, it's technical assistance or advice, help getting started. So nothing major. All right, that out of the way. This is Let's Read Japanese,深夜食堂, Season 1, Episode 4. I don't know what the food is that they're going to be coming over describing today. Yeah, these seem to go a lot faster because there's not as much dialogue. I mentioned that before. So expect these, whereas GTO, it could be taking me a couple hours to get through one episode, so 2 videos. So each video will be like an hour long. These are coming up to be about 45 minutes to 50 minutes long. So far, short. But they're great stories. A lot more of the telling is in the visual. And unfortunately, I do skip over the visuals. Unfortunately, but again, it's a let's read, not a let's watch. And like I mentioned, when we get to seasons 4 and 5, whenever we get there, those will include audio descriptions, and I will use the audio description as the setting as opposed to just the normal audio, so that we can hear the scenes being described on top of the dialogue. And also, if any other shows happen to have audio description available, I'll try to utilize that as well. Not a guarantee, but I like to experiment with it, at least for the time being. All right, so with that said, we can get started. Here we are, episode 4. All right, let's get the earphones in. So let's sing skip.
一日が終わり、俺のメニューはあとはできるもんなら営業時人は客が来るかってそれが結構来るんだよ。 俺が店に来て最初に作るのはポテトサラダだ。こればっかりは出来たての熱々より。
できたって。Freshly made. 熱々より。As soon as I mean like hot, right? Piping hot. 茹でたて熱々より。I wonder if there's something right there. Oh yeah, oh yeah.
冷えてた。こればっかりは出来たての熱々より冷えてた方がうまいからな。そういやポテトサラダといえば。
いらっしゃい。
ポテトサラダ。
はいよ。
I tend to add a onegaishimasu. I mean, this feels a little rude not to at least have a little politeness to it. I know it's a thing like, you know, as the customer, you don't expect to have a level of politeness if you don't want to, but I don't know. Potato salad.
はい。
はい。
お待ち。
お待ち。
近頃たまに来るこの人。
おかわり。
はいよ。
ポテトサラダを必ず2皿おかわりするんだ。
2皿。Two plates? 2皿。I think there's a phrase for that itself. Oh, wait, they did have something there. Large dish covered plate.
ポテトサラダを必ず2皿おかわりするんだ。
失礼ですけど。
Oh!
エレクト大木さんですよね。
Okay, I think I know this one.
いや、だってほら、左小指のリングに首筋のあざ。
だったら、左。Oh, birthmark. Scruff of the neck. Kubi Suji no Aza. Ifu. Ifu Yobi. Yeah, Aza. Huh. Let's look at that kanji real quick. It's birthmark. Let's see. Intentions. Okay. I guess you can think of a story for that. All right, but anyway, so it's what did he say this guy's name was? Erecto. Yeah, it is that one. Okay. Big, I guess it's like a large penis. Erect large penis. Okay. An erected tree. An erected large tree. Okay. Daiboku.
絶対そうですよ。エレクト大木さん。
エレクト大木さん。
でしょ。違うから。
I know he's a porn star. Okay. Yeah.
本当に？
すげえ。俺ゆうべ見たよ。違うって。
Look, say now this would be kind of rude now. Like again, he's trying to like he doesn't want to say it, so don't fucking press him.
本物だ。この人本物のエレクト大木ですよ。ほら。
そんなもんなんで持ち歩いてんの？
Yeah, that's a good question. Why are you walking around with that?
僕のバイブルですから。
Oh, that's also kind of creepy.
エレクト大木ってのは全盛期には年間400本のアダルトビデオに出演したっていう伝説のカリスマ AV 男優なんだってさ。
Okay, by the way, I guess the video just got demonetized, so there you go.
奥さん弟子にしてください。
Teach me your ways. Let me be your disciple. Yeah, pupil. Apprentice, yeah.
お願いします奥さん。
Oh, sorry about hell. Yeah, the app is just using Yomi-chan. And,
よせよ。俺をバカにしてきたやつらを見返してやりたいんです。お願いします。お願いします奥さん。名前は田中です。田中雄一です。明日から
雄一です、right?
もう動けるのか。はい。ありがとうございます。ありがとうございます。ありがとうございます。
So how the fuck is this supposed to work? I mean, is this guy also still doing productions? I mean, probably as a producer, not starring.
若者の一途さに
Let's see where we go.
エレクト大木も若者
Jesus. Okay. I should have remembered that.
の一途さにエレクト大木も結局押し切られた形だった。
押し切られた形。Being pushed. Overcome push pass.
エレクト大木も結局押し切られた形だった。それから大木さんはよく田中君を連れてくるようになってね。
ポテトサラダ、豚汁定食、ライス大盛りで。
聞いた話じゃ田中君かなり勉強熱心だったみたいだよ。
最初すぐに値を上げるかと思ったんだけどさ。
値を上げる。数社。値を上げる。
こう見えて最初すぐに値を上げるかと思ったんだけどさ。こう見えてなかなか骨のあるやつだったよ。
へえ。
はい。おいしい。
飯を食ってる時も。
あ、そうだ、沖さん。初めて会う女優さんとは最初どんな話から入ればいいんですかね。いいから食えよ。あ、でもちょっとこれだけ教えてもらっていいですか。いい。あ、でもちょっとこれだけ教えてもらっていいですか。いいから食え。あ、ちょっとでも師匠の命令だ。
There you go.
すいません。いただきます。あっつい。これ熱い。あ、 すいません、大丈夫ですか。すいません。
なんだかんだで大木さん弟子ができて嬉しかったみたいだ。
Okay. Assistant director, right? Kanshoku. Jokantoku.
失礼します。お待たせしました。エレクトさん、お願いします。
はい。行くか。はい。
Okay.
ほらほらほら。
He's trying to practice the guy's face.
ほらほらほらほら。
それから2ヶ月くらい経った頃だったかな。
こんばんは。
いらっしゃい。
こんばんは。
こいつになんか精のつくもの作ってやってよ。
Okay. I think they're referencing like helping his vigor. Sales, come on. Alrighty.
おかげさまで明日デビューすることになりました。
Okay.
へえ、それはおめでとう。頑張んな。
ありがとうございます。
I've heard the story is that at least in Japan, the porn industry in Japan, it's kind of reversed. Whereas in the U.S., women could be paid. I don't know what the rates are. I mean, well, last are like could be 1,000 for per performance, 3,000, whatever, per performance. I assume like scene. I think it's each scene. I could be wrong. Instead of the movie, again, don't know the rates. But the men are like at 1/10 that rate, if at all, sometimes. Whereas in Japan, or at least as far as professionals are concerned, because again, you have to put out a lot of product. You want to make sure it's at a certain quality. You definitely want people who can perform, not just about the ability to be erect, erecto taiki, was it erecto oiki, but also again keeping up with the productions that's necessary, because again it is a job. My understanding is like the ratio of women to men is like much more vast, as in there's a lot more women for the production of in the adult industry than there are for men. Last I had heard, I mean, because it usually makes an article that gets shared a lot, because it sounds like just a funny, this sounds like something humorous. Okay, so I can maybe understand how you could have someone who could be like, oh, okay, here, become an apprentice to learn the ins and outs of the industry. In order to then start becoming a performer yourself. Okay, I can. Especially like for male performers, if there's only like at maybe 10,000 or so, compared to the number of movies that have to be produced. Eggs, huh?
はい、お待ち。
That is a really good. Let's see. Tempura is greasy. The pork, shoga. I mean, the tomatoes look good. The fruit, you can see you got. Is that
特製スタミナ定食。
Tokusei. Special stamina. Hence the say no scooter mono. Yeah, increasing stamina.
ありがとうございます。
で、こっちが大木さん。
Potato salad.
もう一皿こちらから。
昨日2人で見たんすよ。エレクト沖の塩吹き三昧。
Shiofuki. Sanmai is like the promises, 3 promises. Sanmai. Shiofuki. Kujira no ko. Shiofuki. So I guess it's okay. Yeah, there's probably where it's referring to female ejaculation. There we go. Shiofuki. Oh boy. Okay. See if that's also in the description here. No, not seeing it in the. But yeah, Kujira is like the blowhole of the whale. Sorry. Sanmai. And then Sanmai should be like 3 promises. Sanmai show. I'm thinking of Sanmai show maybe. Perfect. Okay. Okay. Indulging in something. Okay. Shiofuki Sanmai.
エレクト沖の潮吹き三昧。
めちゃめちゃ興奮しました。
どうも。
そのお礼です。エレクトさん、ポテトサラダがお好きだって聞いたもんで。
ええ。ここのポテトサラダ、懐かしい味がするんですよ。
あ、食った。
感激だな。
That's still creepy. The way they're.
どうも。
すいません。
もしもし。おお、どうしたと？は？脳梗塞？
No cool. Is that a hemorrhage? Let's see. No cool. Should be like a embolism? Cerebral infarction. Okay. Stroke. No cool.
は？脳梗塞？すいません。んで？大したことないっちゃろ。俺帰れんとは仕事忙しいけん。
It's no big deal. 大したことない。Trivial な。
大したことないっちゃろ。俺帰れんとは仕事忙しいけん。はいはい。ほんじゃはい。すいませんでした。
どうしたんだ？
いや別に何でもないっす。
いや、何でもないことないだろう。田舎のお袋が倒れたみたいで。
Whoa, okay. That's not nothing.
でも本当大丈夫です。軽い脳梗塞なんで。
帰ってやれ。
いや本当大丈夫です。明日撮影ですし。
いただきます。バカ野郎！たかが AV の撮影とお袋とどっちが大事なんだ？お前ならまだ大丈夫だ。今のうちに帰ってやれ。
帰ってくれよ。お前には弥生の結婚式には出てほしくないんだよ。
Yayoi. Is that what I think it is? 3rd month, okay. Yayoi no kekkonshiki, okay.
お前には弥生の結婚式には出てほしくないんだよ。どうしてお 前だけこんなことに。お兄ちゃん。ごめんね。
気にするなよ。
でも
幸せにな。
うちはおふくろも兄弟も死んだ親父もみんな教師なんだ。妹の結婚相手もその両親もみんな教師でさ、まずいよな、そんな責任出ちゃ。あれから20年俺は一度も田舎に帰ってない。帰るなら今のうちだ。明日一番で帰れ。でもいいか、これは師匠の命令だ。絶対に帰れ。
師匠の命令。
これは師匠の命令だ。絶対に帰れ。はい。もしもし。ありがとうございます。おかげさまでおふくろすっごい喜んでました。
そっか。体の方は大丈夫だったの？
ええ、しばらく入院するみたいですけど大したことはないみたいです。
それはよかった。
大したことない。いや、そうだよ、大したこと。
今日大木さんは？
ああ、それが一昨日から俺と行き違いで田舎に帰ったって。
田舎？だって20年も帰ってないんだろ？なんでまた？
あさって俺撮影なんですけど全然連絡つかなくて。
へえ。
Sure, that'll happen.
思い通りにはならねえな。続いてると思えない。
What's it called? A bimbo ashi or something like when your leg is shaking a lot?
ここが痛い。どこなのか。目の前を車が通り過ぎ。あの日の流れ。
田中君、大丈夫かな。じゃあお願いします。お
願いします。
You're supposed to probably think of your own.
やめて。
ごめんなさい、すいません。ちょっとカット。お前、田中、お前何やってんだよ、お前。すいません。
何やってんのよ。
ごめんなさい。だからお前帰れもう。すいません。
Whoops. Poor guy.
デビューおめでとう。
ありがとうございます。
発売されたら絶対買うから。
俺は2枚買うよ。
ありがとうございます。
どうだったの？
いや、もう無我夢中で。
無我夢中。これを。I'm scared? 無我夢中。俺は忘れて。OK。あれを忘れて。無我夢中。うん。Fled in a panic. Okay. In a panic. 無我夢中。Losing oneself in. 無我夢中で。
いや、もう無我夢中で。自分でも何やってるのかようわかんなかったです。
そっか。
けど塩には見ててほしかったです。
まだ連絡ないの？
携帯全然繋がんなくて。
いらっしゃい。
師匠。おふくろボケちゃってさ、妹から連絡が来て、おふくろボケちゃってさ、妹から連絡が来て、さっきまでおふくろのとこいたんだ。
お兄さん、お兄さんどちらから？
東京です。
あら、そう。まあ大変だったわね、こんなとこまで。
そうですね。
お仕事か何か？
母親に会いに来たんです。
ああ、そうなの。ああ、うちの息子もね、東京に住んでるの。でも最近全然会いに来てくれなくて、仕事が忙しいのかしらね。
Yeah, it's kind of sad.
母ちゃん。
今年は会いに来てくれるのかしらね。
母ちゃん。母ちゃん。俺だよ。俺だって。母ちゃん。俺だ。母ちゃん。
あの子ね、ポテトサラダが大好きだったの。
母ちゃん。
それからおふくろ、妹に手伝ってもらってポテトサラダ作ってくれたんだけどさ、
どう？おいしい？あの子大好きで何杯もおかわりしたのよ。とっても優しい、親思いのいい子なのよ。
それがしょっぱくてしょっぱくてしょっ ればっかりすいませんでした。師匠が言ってくれたから俺おふくろに会うことができました。すいませんでした。謝ってんじゃねえよ。すいません。謝ってんじゃねえ。よかったじゃねえか。またちょくちょく帰ってやれよ。
Quickly. Was it gonna often, frequently? Every now and again. Okay.
またちょくちょく帰ってやれよ。はい。
これサービスだから。
ありがとう。うまいな。懐かしい味です。
思い出もあの空の中に少し
年のせいかな。近頃涙もろくっていけねえ。
See, that's a full phrase. 涙もろくていい。
向こう側にはもう一つの青い
空。今回はポテトサラダのワンポイントアドバイス。じゃがいもは皮ごと茹でると甘みとうまみが逃げずに美味しくできます。玉ねぎを加えるときは熱いうちに入れるとしんなりと美味しく仕上がります。
しんなり？
マヨネーズはじゃがいもが冷めてから入れましょう。これでポテトサラダの出来上がり。それじゃあおやすみなさい。
Yeah, I probably won't be making potato salad, but not a fan of it personally. I mean, I'll eat it now and again, but had plenty of it growing up. Don't have fond memories of it. You know, it's the food that, like when we're going to family gatherings, my mom would make a big pot of it, and then it's like be the thing that no one eats, whatnot. Although deviled eggs, I don't know if they serve. I don't think they serve deviled eggs in Japan, but yeah, those are pretty good. I did like those. Yeah, but yeah, potato salad is small portions, not too bad. I wouldn't like eat a big portion of it. But yeah, I guess that's some good ideas there. So when peeling it hot, let's see. Okay, add the eggs when it's hot, add the mayonnaise, and add the mayonnaise when it's cooled. Okay, yeah, that's episode 4, and let's see, the time is now like 40 minutes. I'm saying these are going to be short videos. We're kind of wondering, like, maybe I should do 2 or 3 a day. I mean, 3 or more a day. It's just, Jesus, these are These are short. You know, I'm just gonna leave it as is. Like I said, it's what it is. All right, there's just not a lot of talking. A lot of it is just unspoken dialogue, and the visuals are important. So I'm gonna take it as it's gonna be a very simple. But anyway, that's why I'm kind of deciding. It's like, hey, I'm gonna do 10 episodes of this, and in between each, or 10 episode season. In between each season, I'm gonna be doing a different series to mix it up. But I do plan to do all five seasons of this particular show. And again, I kind of want to include the first season or two of Terrace House, the very first Terrace House, into this mix. I do want to also include One Punch Man, because again, I don't plan on doing that many anime, although there's lots of anime that's available on Netflix Japan. If I do, there's a couple of them. I mean, obviously, if Cowboy Bebop, if that's still available, maybe that one. Though part of me, I feel like a good slice of life would try to think like maybe like Toradora or Violet Evergarden, or certain series like that, or Aijin, as far as anime goes. But for the most part, I'm gonna probably stick to dramas as much as I can that are available, that are good. Because again, just because it's a Japanese drama doesn't mean it's good. There's some pretty bad Japanese dramas, or ones that just don't click with me. Like Alice in Borderland, I checked it out. It seemed okay. That first episode did not click with me. And I'm not talking about the anime. I'm talking about the live action. The Mob Psycho 100, the live action sucked. I like the anime. The anime was really good. It was definitely the same writer as He's the writer as One Punch Man, but yeah, the anime, it was a different art style because it was like his art. It was actually his drawing, not Matsumoto, whoever the redraw artist is for the updated One Punch Man. But I think the look is kind of cool. Like, and the look of the anime is kind of cool, and what they do with it. Like it purposely looks poorly drawn, but that's part of the charm of it. Let's see what else. That's as far as anime goes. But for live actions, yeah, I don't know. There's a lot to choose from. So yeah, plan on doing that. This episode, yeah, it started off funny. It was kind of creepy how they're all like fanboying over this guy, and whatnot. Especially when he was trying to like pretend he's, that was the difference. Like if he was up for it, then hey, cool, all right. But again, he is a customer. Let a customer enjoy his time alone. He doesn't need to be bothered. That's kind of a bit of respect. If he wants to talk about it, fine. If not, hey, you know what? You've asked. He said no. Leave it at that. He owes you nothing. All right, any more than anybody else does. Although, like I said, I don't think I've met many. I mean, I don't know anything about the adult industry in Japan, but I just meant though, as far as celebrities. I mean, outside of, because I lived in San Diego, there was San Diego Comic-Con, so you can meet celebrities that way, fairly simple. Even have like lengthy conversations with a few. Outside of just what they were there for, it just depends on the situation, what type of person you are. So I never got into. I was never a guy who was like, fanboyed, like become like, oh my god, I'm your number one. I was never one of those type of persons, but I I would like telling jokes, so that was my justification. If I was doing something silly, try to at least bring humor to the situation. You meet someone, you go to the microphone, because I was one of those guys who could go to the microphone and ask a question. So I always try to have a joke prepared. One I never got to really tell that I thought would make a funny joke would be like, look, oh my god, you don't understand. I am your 54,398 biggest fan. Some big ass number, whatnot, like, which sounds funny because it's just a play on everyone saying, I'm your number one fan. You're not the number one fan. There's someone probably much more fanboyish or fangirlish than you are. So it would sound like a funnier joke if you could pull it off. Or there were some other jokes as well. It just depended on what the situation was. But it's just something humorous to it. And then asked the real question if I was doing the microphone thing, or just talk to him. Like I met the guy who was the Colonel in Avatar, the James Cameron Avatar, and it's a lineup. It's a meet and greet picture thing. So very short time to spend with them other than saying. So I was like, oh yeah, so you're the sexy son of a bitch I'm gonna be hating later after I watch the movie, right? That brought a little grin to his face. But oh shoot, what was God, I forgot her name already. She was in Fast and Furious as well. Michelle Rodriguez. So she was there as well. They were basically doing a tour of the bases in the Mideast. And this was I was stationed in Africa, Djibouti, Africa, and so this is the first time I got to see Avatar. So it's like those two and Sigourney Weaver. James Cameron wasn't able to actually appear that time, so it was just those are the three main actors, and then I think one of the other producers was there as well. So we got to do the meet and greet, then watch the video, and we watched the video without them because they were going to go outside and do some more signing for people out while the movie was playing, because we couldn't fit everyone in the building. Makes sense. All right, cool. I will say by the way, for Avatar, and sorry about talking about something that's completely not Japanese related, but interesting about movies. So the first time I see it is like in 2D as a projection on a screen in a club / bar in the middle in Africa, near the equator in Africa. Cool. So that's the first time. It was an okay movie. I wasn't blown away or anything. I was more impressed getting to meet a few of the actors, which they seemed down to earth and whatnot. Especially Michelle, because she's at the time the Puerto Rican National Guard was stationed in with us, and so she was talking in Spanish with those gentlemen and all that. And I was like, she was up on the second. I remember she was up on the second floor and talking in Spanish to someone down on a few of the guys down here. I say, hey, and they'd be like, hey, keep it down. We're trying to watch a movie here, and whatnot, just for fun. And obviously Sigourney Weaver is taller than you would expect. She's a very tall lady. 5'8", about my height and whatnot. And I messed up because I messed up the memory of where she got her name. She got her name, I guess, her nickname. I think her real name is Susanna, but her Sigourney, I guess, she got from The Great Gatsby. But I was thinking, for some reason, I was thinking. Oh man. Now I'm already drawing a blank on the book's name. Well, anyway, it was a book from the 50s or 60s. So I was way off for a few decades. That was embarrassing, in my opinion. Cool. But anyway, that was this. There was that, but that was in Africa. But most time when I've met celebrities, it had been in San Diego, and mainly during Comic-Con, but not always. And again, sometimes though, because in the military you get to see celebrities. And again, I've never really did the fanboy stuff there, but I would if I was going to talk to them about something that's of interest, both hopefully of interest to them, that I at least have some knowledge on. Yeah, again, assuming you can't bogart their time, because again, especially if it's a line period, you don't bogart the time on that one, because you want everyone to get through and have their chance to go and meet the person, get their picture taken. But if it's afterwards when they're chilling, at a bar, having drinks, sit down, have drinks with them, talk. That happens. Cool. But yeah, what you saw in this episode, that's why it kind of hit me wrong. Because dude, don't bother him like that. I mean, one, you just make him feel uncomfortable, especially when he's saying he doesn't want to be in that situation. He wants to kind of enjoy his time off because maybe he's getting off work. He doesn't want to think about work anymore. Because again, it's work. Yeah, it's in a porn industry, but again, it still is work. Whether or not he enjoys it or whatnot, maybe just got to chill out a bit and think about something else. Cool, enjoy his meal. Yeah, that's why. That's why you kind of saw my reaction to that. It's just because that's. And again, I've never fanboyed out over. I can't imagine over because I'm not a porn aficionado. So I can't really tell you who are some well-known actors and actresses in Japanese porn, or a U.S. porn for that, or any porn for that matter, other than maybe, oh shoot, was it Tia Carrera or Asia Carrera? Okay, so yeah, that one I think that was a long time ago. Maybe what was that one Japanese actress or porn actress? God darn it, Asa Akira. Yeah, there we go. I think that's her name. Yeah, I'm drawing blanks here. Maybe some other time if I wasn't trying to like think about it, the names would come to me. But since now I want to know what the names are right off the, it's like then it's on the tip of my tongue. I can't think about it. So there you go. Yeah, and I guess the style is different. My understanding is like again with the Japanese, they do make an effort to add more of a story to it. Whereas I think right now the joke is beyond just someone being stuck in a washing machine. That's the limit of the storyline as far as the U.S. porn industry is at the moment. It's kind of just going off mass production with very little storyline or quality. It is what it is. Whatever gets the subscriptions or the payments. And someone's paying a lot for it because that's the reason why it's out for free, because apparently there's enough people paying for it outside of that makes it work. And then there's the extracurricular money that the actors and actresses can get from customers. Yeah, I mean, basically it's prostitution. I mean, no shame in that. Just that, yeah, that is what it is. Outside of the what they're doing for the videos. Yeah, this video is getting demonetized. Good God, there's no way. It's like, boom, they're not allowing any commercials near this video. So, and here's a fucked up thing, by the way. 2 episodes ago, I'm bawling my eyes out. I am crying, right? Because of the singer who's just passed away through illness, and then you've got this one laughing my ass off. Yeah, it gets a little tear jerky in because again, I've had a grandparent who passed away through, had Alzheimer's and whatnot. Now I never got to see him at the worst stages of it because I was stationed in Japan at that time, but. You're thinking of that when this is happening. You see, this is a guy. Yeah, he's in a porn, but he's a man who works at a job. Now it's a job, unfortunately, that maybe a majority of Japan partakes in paying for his product, but because he's a person who's who makes that product, he's deemed low level. Which again, that type is that's hypocrisy in my opinion. Now obviously maybe. It could just be a lot of people where he's from didn't have nothing to do with what he's made, so they're just embarrassed or ashamed of what he does as a living. So it could be that, but it may be, and plus I've seen, because I know at least here in Japan where you can have porn stars have celebrity status, invited to shows, talk, and whatnot. So maybe, again, I'm not an expert in this type of how society looks at those in the adult industry or those that are involved in the night activities like you're going to be seeing here in these stories. Because again, it's located, these stories are taking place near Shinjuku, most likely Kabukicho, which is the red light district, right? The big red light district by Shinjuku. And hence the reason why some of these characters are who you're seeing, whatnot. But all around Tokyo, you're going to have, again, cafes like this where people are working nighttime jobs. Some of it, the sex industry. Some of it with the others, just other jobs as well. But just involved where, again, their job is over, taking place late into the night. So this is their time off of work. Where again, so this is why they show up, and then it makes their stories kind of interesting because it's not an everyday story. Okay, that's why I think it's fun, cool, and again, that's why I like shows like Tiger and Dragon or Ikebukuro to Westgate Park, and to a lesser extent also Kizaratsu Katsai. It took a look at those types of jobs that are just not discussed or talked about that much in Japan, as far as mine, at least as far as TV media is concerned, from my understanding. Okay, I'll leave it there. This is fun. It was a fun episode. So again, look forward to finishing all the other episodes. I hope it doesn't turn to an annoying. I'm pretty sure it doesn't. I mean, like I said, my wife likes these episodes, so we can again watch it again and enjoy it, and I'll have a better understanding of the story as well. So that's a good thing. Yeah. So with that said, this has been Let's Read Japanese, Shinya Shokudo, Season 1, Episode 4. If you like the video, remember to give it a thumbs up, like, or make a comment. Feedback's always welcome. If you enjoy the series, subscribe to the channel. If you like the Let's Learn Japanese project, what I'm doing with it, with the Japanese language learning community, you can show your support by joining the Patreon as well. Links below, as well as links to the Let's Go Japanese website, Let's Go Japanese community Discord, and also there are direct links to where if you want to hire me on commission, the rates and the way to pay are done via the Patreon. So again for that, I mean, it's mainly just technical assistance or advice, usually getting started. All right, so this episode will be made public again on July the 3rd. That's a Saturday. At 8 o'clock in the morning, Japan time. Awesome. This will be going all the way up to July the 9th for all 10 episodes. And then the next, by the way, the one after this is going to be Kino Nani o Tabeta. What did you eat yesterday? Which is also going into the second season. It's already got the second season is out now. But it's on a weekly on Japanese TV. But it comes out on Japanese Netflix as well. Too bad there are there are. I would say there's no real. There's this areas where that's where you go to find it. Maybe in Las Vegas you might see areas like that. Strip clubs I think would be the closest thing you might see to it. Hotels off of highway exits. I guess I don't know. It just depends on the city and whether or not there's like a big vice. The police vice. The vice cops, whether they're out or not. Thought that was funny in San Diego. Like apparently there's a specific street where San Diego City stops and then the outer suburbs start. And so on the other side of the street, that's where certain trades were practiced. Because again, the city of San Diego didn't have any jurisdiction outside of that geographical area. So that's where. Just kind of like what is now this is completely different, but you notice that stuff like that, like you can where states, the border of states in a city is on the border of those two states, and based on the regulations or taxes that are differences between the two states, you might see a city just go out in one direction instead of another. Yuma, Arizona is a very good example of that, where again you've got this big city going on across one side of the Colorado River, and on the other side there's almost nothing. I mean, there's Winter Haven or something, but there's like nothing. And just again, the nature of compared to like the taxes in Arizona versus taxes in California, it's probably better to do business in Arizona if you're that close. If the difference is going to be the geographical area is going to be the difference in that. It makes sense. The further in you go, then obviously you want to be in California because that's where more of the money would be at. They have a lot of them in Singapore there, Dr. Malo. The 4 floors or I forgot, what is that area? I thought it was like one area where on one street that's where all the trades are at, and on the other street that's where all the normal hotels are at. There's probably other places around Singapore as well. It's the stuff you probably wouldn't notice if you just watch Crazy Rich Asians. Okay, cool. Thank you all very much, and sorry about that long delay after giving this outro. I'll be back with episode 5. I probably won't do any more recording today, but I might consider doing like 3 or 4 episodes a day. Just kind of again, because I help get everything more compact. Plus, I just hit over an hour. I was talking like, what is it, 20 minutes? Good God, I'm an idiot. Okay, later, guys. Thank you all very much. Let me wait for this refresh to stop. Because I just hit the hour mark. And there we are. All right, later, guys.